Hey guys, in this video we're going to learn about the basics of Scratch. So Scratch is a block programming language. So I've already got an account and everything, so you can pause the video and make an account if you haven't. So we're going to be going to My Stuff to create the project, and then we're going to hit plus New Project. So now that we have our project, we're going to name our project Maze Game. You can name it whatever you want, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to name it Maze Game. So all we have at the moment is this cat. So yeah, we're going to add a sprite, which you do from here. You do choose a sprite, and you can search a sprite, or you can paint a sprite as well. You can even upload a sprite, but I'm going to choose a sprite instead. So now we can choose what sprite we want in our game. I'm just going to choose a car. So I'm going to choose this convertible 2. And now you can see that we have a car in our page. So I'm just going to change the X and Y of the car. As you can see here, this is the X of the car, because as we have here, we have selected the car. So this is the X of the car here, and this is the Y. So, and now if we change to Sprite 1, you can see that it's 0 and 0. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the car, and I'm going to change the car. I'm going to move the car up, and as you can see, the X and Y have now changed. I'm also going to change the sprite name to car, just so it makes it easier. I'm going to change the size to maybe 60, as the car looks a bit big, so yeah. Okay, maybe a bit smaller. I'll make it 40. Okay, yeah, so now we have the car. We don't need the cat, so we're going to delete it. There, now we just have the car, but the background is still blank. So what we're gonna do is go to backdrop, and now you can see we don't have anything here. And yeah, so we're not selecting the car anymore. So now that we're here, we're going to create a maze. As you can see, I've just created a maze. So I went to backdrops, and yeah, so what I did, there was a blank page here. So I just use a line tool to create a maze. So yeah, so the car looks pretty big in the maze. So I'm gonna change the car size to 20. Yeah, so now my car size is 20. Okay, so now we're gonna search car, and we're gonna reselect our convertible 2, and we're gonna change the size back to 30. There we go, and now it's over the start. Okay, now we're also gonna make it end. So we're going to go paint, and then it will take us here. And then I have red already. You probably won't have red, so go select red. And then I'm gonna go like that. Maybe a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, maybe a bit smaller. There. That's good. So now we have our end. I'm going to change the name to end. Actually, and I'm also gonna make it a bit smaller actually. Okay, so now we have our start and our end. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to our car. So I have it as named car, and yeah, so I'm actually gonna make the size 20 again, just because it's better for the mate and it fits perfectly. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to code, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click events. So we're actually gonna program the movement of the car. So we're gonna use up arrow key, down arrow key, left and right arrow key. So yeah, we're gonna make it move. So what we're gonna do, we're going to get one of these when space key pressed. So it says space, so we're just gonna change that to up arrow. Okay, so after that, since up and down is the y axis and left and right is the x axis, and we're doing up, so we're going to click motion and we're going to select the y, change y by, okay? So when we do that, we're going to actually make this 10 so it doesn't move too much. There we go. Now let's just, okay, yeah. So now we can see that it goes up, as it just went up then, if you didn't notice. Okay, and we're also gonna go to events again, and we're gonna get the same thing. And then we're going to press down arrow. So we can just duplicate this actually, and make it -5, since down is -5. Yep, okay. And we're gonna duplicate this one. So duplicate, and we're going to change it to left arrow or right arrow we'll start with, and we're going to delete this because as we know right is the x-axis, so we're going to select change x by. We're going to change it by 5 again, not -5, because yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, and then we have the left, and we're going to duplicate this, and then we'll change this to -5. There we go. Okay, now let's test it. Yep. So now we can see that our car is moving with the left, with the arrow keys. There we go. Okay. So we're also gonna add one more thing. We're going to do when the green flag is clicked, we're gonna actually go to motion again, and we're going to do go to. So we want, every time we click the green flag, um we want the car to go in the middle of the circle, or where the start is. So we're just gonna click the start, and we're gonna check um what the x and y of the circle, of the start is. So the x is -137, and the y is 64. So -137 and then 64. Yours might be different depending on how you did it. Okay, so as we can see, that is not right, and I have done something wrong. Okay, so we'll just play around with this, and we'll actually see. There's a good thing with Scratch, and yeah, just wait. My computer has frozen. Okay, there we go. Sorry for the delay. What is happening? So we're going to delete this and add this. This is the correct coordinates, as Scratch knows what the things are. So like when you move, wherever you move the cart, Scratch will automatically change. So it automatically changes the go to. I just added that, and yeah, so I've just added the go to here, and that's right. As we check, click the green flag, and it goes back to where these coordinates are. So I've just spreaded this out at the moment, and I'm also, so now that we've made our sprites and our maze, we're going to make if touching loops. So we're going to go here. So we're at the car. I've already added an if, So you go to control, and yeah, it's right there. You just drag it out and put it in like that. Okay. So we're gonna make it so if it's touching the black line, we're gonna make it to go. So anything that's black, we're gonna make it to go back to the start. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go back here because as we can see there's a black outline. So it won't work. What we're gonna do, we're gonna select this and we're going to make the outline white. Let's see if that works. And no it doesn't. Okay. Let's try again. Here we go. Okay. Now it works. Okay, now that the background is white, I mean the outline is white, yeah. So now it has no outline. We just click that. So we're gonna go back and we're also gonna change the end one. So we go to costume, we select this, we go there, and then we click that button there. Now it has no outline. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go select the car, which I've already done, and we're gonna make it so that when the car is touching something black, we're gonna make it that it goes back to the start, like we said before. Okay, so we're gonna go to control, and we're gonna get the if then. We're gonna put it here, and then what we're gonna do, we're going to go to sensing, and then we're gonna do touching color. And then all we're gonna do is just click that and change that to black. We'll just duplicate that for all of them. There we go. And one more. Duplicate. Okay, so now we've duplicated all of them. And what we're gonna do, we're going to copy this. So duplicate that. There we go. We're gonna add it in all of them now. Here, here, and finally here. Okay, so now let's test it. So we press the flag and it goes down. There we go. So now we've added that. Now what we're going to do is also make it say you're out. Okay, so we're going to make it say you're out when we touch the black. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to say. So that's in looks, and we're going to get the say. We're going to get the first one. Since we're not going to make it say you're out forever, we're only going to make it say for a bit. So we're going to drag this here, and there we go. So now we're going to edit this and make it say you are out. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate this and put it in all of them. You can make it, you can make the time shorter if you want. You can make the time shorter if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it for. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for 2 seconds for now. Okay, so now let's test it. There we go. And it says you are out for 2 seconds. Okay, now we're also gonna make it so it's gonna say you win when it's touching the end. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna spread this out as it looks a bit squished. There we go. Okay. So yeah. So what we're gonna do when it touches the end, we're gonna make it say you win, and it's gonna go back to the start as well. So now what we're gonna do, we're just going to go back to control and get another if. Okay, and after we get that, we're gonna go to sensing again, and then we're gonna do touching. So we're gonna get that, and we're going to select end. Okay, so now when it touches end, it's going to go back to the start. So I'm just going to reset this. And it's also going to say you win. So here we go. We're going to add that. And then we're going to go back to looks. And we're going to select this again. And again, I'm just going to make it 2 seconds. You can change it if you want. So you win. There we go. Okay, now let's test that. So, yeah, let's add it to all of them first. So just duplicate it. Just duplicate it from here, and then you can just add it all to all of them. There we go, and add it to this one. Duplicate and duplicate. There we go. Okay, so now let's test it out. I'm just gonna go to the end. So since we made the maze, we probably know how to get to the end. So go, and then we go here, and we go here, and we press forward, and then we go up. Okay, so I'm almost at the end, and now when we touch it, you'll see how it goes back to the start, and it says you win. There we go. See, now it's saying you win when we go back to the start. And that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. Please comment if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions for other videos. Okay, and please like and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys